Round of all three of the starter decks. This is the Amber Amethyst versus the Emerald Ruby starter decks. This will be the last deck I have to play. This will be the last deck the wife has to play. And yeah, let's get this thing started. You want to start the roll? Do a high roll. 8. 9.
Ooh, the first roll you won.
I will go first. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. I'm excited to play this one. So what we got here? Yeah, I'll keep.
Let me look and see what I got going.
In case anybody wants to see the opening hand here.
Yeah, we didn't do that with the last game.
No, we didn't. That's alright. Maybe if we do like more of this, that will be like every starting game will show the opening hands or something. I don't know.
It's a bad hand. Don't look at the camera.
I'm looking away.
I have no clue if they can see it. It's a bad hand, but I've not mulliganed yet, so... You want to play?
Yep. Dinglehopper into ink. Stitch new dog. Pass.
Playing my man against me.
I am. I'm playing the boy.
Okay. Oh, draw.
Yeah.
Don't want to forget that again. Okay. How do I want to go about this?
I'm going to go about it all wrong.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. Well.
All right, what's up? Good morning. Good morning. Today we're playing some more Modern, playing some more 8-rack, and we're finally going to take a list. We're finally going to take a look at Trey Natili's list from the Apex Gaming 5K Open Top 8. I was at this tournament playing the rack as well. Went 4-4 with Scam Rack, and he went, was it 6-0-2, I think? 'Cause I think he drew the last two. But he went 6-0, ended up losing the top 8. But sweet list, very traditional rack, and also congrats to him. It was also nice meeting him. He seemed like a really chill person, so really cool. But let's go over this list. Let's see what we got going on here. And this pretty traditional 8-rack. We have the 4 Maturas factories, which I think is pretty interesting. We have 23 lands. 2 silent clearings, 8 snow-covered swamps, and 1 regular swamp. Not sure why this split, but that's what we got. 4 Urborg Saga, Urborg Tomb of Yawgmoth, and 4 Urza Saga. In our package with Urza Saga, we have 1 Nile Spellbomb, 2 Pithing Needles, 1 Shadow Sphere, and 3 racks. So that's pretty interesting. Shadow Sphere is a card that I left on the cutting room floor that I had tested, and I liked it. And I kind of wish I would have had it that weekend, not going to lie. 3 racks, pretty good. We have 1 Fatal Push main, 2 Funeral Charms in this main, 4 Inquisitions, all 4 Raven Crimes, which I did miss Raven Crime quite a bit. 1 Shrieking Affliction. So really we're only with like 4 rack effects here. We have 3 Thoughtseize, 2 Sherald's Edict, which has just been really strong. 4 Smallpox. He's still all in on Smallpox. I talked to the dude, and he said he still thinks that this is the best card in the deck. 2 Wrench Mines, 2 Dismembers, 4 Lilianas, and 1 Ashok Dream Render. Now, I've played Ashok before in the sideboard. I've never mainboarded it, though. Spells and abilities your opponent's control can't cause their controller to search their libraries. So that's pretty interesting. Target player mills 4 cards, then exile each opponent's graveyard. So it's a pretty strong card. Sideboard-wise, we have 1 more Fatal Push, 1 Collective Brutality, 1 Turok Dread Canter, 2 Delirium Skeins, 1 Bontu's Last Reckoning, 4 Leyline of the Void, 3 Shadow the Doubt, which was a card that he talked about probably replacing with something else. Players can search their library as this turn draw a card. He talked about pretty much just like I would probably get rid of this out of the sideboard is what he was saying. An extra spell bomb and an extra needle is our sideboard. Pretty traditionalist rack. I think the sideboard's pretty interesting. I talked about Void Mirror being a real powerhouse for me. The extra spell bomb, I'm not sure like what's going on there, just because like we already have the 4 ley lines and 1 spell bomb main deck. I don't know, maybe you don't want to like. I still feel like with Murktide, even then, ley line's pretty strong. I don't know. Yeah, this was the top 8 list. Congrats to Trey. I want to get in some games, see how I feel about this list. Obviously, it's pretty good. I mean, 6-0'd with it. We're going to play against FMAC here. How goes it, Bull? Good morning, good morning. Let's see what we got going on here. 1 Snow-Covered, 1 Urza Saga, 2 Racks and a Shadowsphere. I think this is a mulligan. Also, he said he took the draw every single game. So we're going to do the same. And we're going to take the draw every single game. Yikes. Going to 5 and 8 rack never feels good. That's for sure. But you got to have land. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to bottom 1 of the factories, 1 of the racks. And let's go. Is this where they grief us and it doesn't even matter? Okay. We quit drawing lands anytime. I mean, we have the Saga, so like we technically have stuff to do, but it's not very great stuff. We're against the Indomitable Creativity list here. Probably just take Indomitable Creativity, right? I mean, Fable Mirror Breaker's pretty gross too, but yeah, I think we just take Indomitable Creativity here. I think is what we do. I mean, it's their Wombo combo piece, right? Like it's their big heavy hitter card, right? I'm probably just going to play Saga next turn so we can just start pumping out tokens. Depending on what they get, I might go grab Pithing Needle. You know, like depending on what they play. Like if they find like Ren and 6 or something. But yep. This is unbelievable variance off the top here. We find like something like Smallpox, that would be pretty good. Kinda. I mean, to hold on to it after they creativity, right? This Fable Mirror Breaker card is really obnoxious. Like, not gonna lie. So they drew a Bloodstained Mire. Sure. Okay, Liliana's kind of cool. What's happening here? Oh. It got buried underneath his hand, so I was like, why won't it let me click on stuff? I mean, depending on what they do, I'm probably not going to Lily anytime like super duper soon. I'd rather just start with these Saga tokens. We know they have Reprieve in hand too, by the way, so we don't want to play this Lily into Reprieve. I mean, yeah, Lily just returns to her hand, but I don't want them to like time walk us a turn, you know what I mean? There's that Wooded Foothills. I also don't want to play Lily if they go right into, yeah, sure. If they go right into... If they go right into the Archfiend, because then it just kills Liliana. Like, I want to wait for them to put Archfiend onto the field first before we play Lily. Let's create ourselves a Toki boy. We are just going to fetch up a... I'm just going to activate this Saga again. But we're just going to fetch up... It's not a bad draw. There we go. I was like, what's happening here? It'd help if I click things right. We're going to fetch up a Pithing Needle for this Renin 6. Sure. It's annoying, but it's not that big of a deal. I want to shut down this Renin 6. And then I'm probably just going to play the other factory here. I'm going to turn off audios just in case. We know what 2 of their 3 cards are in hand, though. Correction, we know what all 3 of their cards in hand are, because the other one's Bloodstained Mire. I was like, you know, the thing that does the thing. Now, if they don't play around the Smallpox Liliana effects, that's going to be pretty good for us. Like if they just go Indomitable Creativity here. But I doubt they do. Funeral Charm's not a bad draw. Because I'm going to kill this dork. This is sorcery, right? Yeah. I'm curious to see if they reprieve here. And I wonder if that's what they were debating. Turn Mishira's Factory into a token, hit him for 6. Part of me wants to hit Renin 6 in case they blow up this Pithing Needle, but I'm not really that super duper concerned with Renin 6 right now. What's up, WN? Kill everything? Yeah. Yeah, I want to keep them in a situation where we can just smallpox, like, you know, Smallpox or Liliana away their dork. Like when they go to do the thing, the Indomitable Creativity. What's up, Matt? Thank you. I appreciate the strength compliments. Oh, really? That's a mountain? I didn't realize Dwarven Mire is a mountain. Do it. What? The creature reveals Transmogify. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, sure. Oh, and they have the bounce with Reprieve still in hand. I thought they played a land that turn. We're probably going to lose this because of the reprieve. That's annoying. This game's not completely over, though. It's definitely not looking great. They still have the Fable. I'm doing this because if they play the Fable Mirror, we might be able to top deck a Fatal Push. We can Fatal Push away the Fable Mirror token and then Smallpox the Archon. But it's not looking great. We just got to top deck a Black Source. This really should be a good matchup for us. But I feel like I have a big losing streak against this deck. This should be a good matchup for us in in theory. Like it should be. Well, let's see what happens here. They have like a counter spell of some kind. Really? Okay, well now I'll pay the 2. You have another one? Why didn't you just play Reprieve? Alright. They got us there. Just play the Reprieve. I like Collective Brutality here. Don't mind Bontu's here. I don't know if I care much for Delirium Skeins this matchup. Dismember doesn't kill Archon, so I'm going to get rid of Dismember. I am going to keep Push and Fatal Charm, though. But I'm going to trim out 1 Inquisition. Try it like that. We don't need spell. Still leaving 1 Dismember. There's only one seismic flaw I can see with the 8-rack deck. What's that? And what's up, Lotus? Keep. It's a good hand. Ain't got no bolts in it. It ain't got no bolts in it. F Mac almost realized that, hey, it's my turn. Yep. Let's take that from them. I really hope they don't top Renin 6 here. That would be kind of frustrating as shit. I don't have a good way to deal with Renin 6 either. The rack. We know they have Archon. We know they have Fable Mirror, right? So I'm going to lead with Inquisition here before I play a land. They're going to crack Scalding. Did they top deck Spell Pierce? That'd be so fucking annoying. Oh no, they crop deck Reprieve. That is also very annoying. They drew another Archon. Ren and 6 would be a problem just because we don't have our Pithing Needles or Urza Saga yet. So obviously Ren and 6 would be really annoying for us. At 4. So what we could do is we could Thoughtseize them and then Smallpox them to take them off a land. And then we'll have the factory we could start attacking with. Yeah, so they drew Boseiju, which I'm kind of okay with. I'm just going to pitch our Fatal Push. We got to play around this Boseiju, though. So we don't want to activate Factory since they have Boseiju. You know? Something like Wrench Mine off the top would be really, really good for us. They could just play the Boseiju. I don't think they will, though. Oh, they top decked the Scalding Tarn. That's so rude. We could just play out the rack. Come on, Wrench Mine. I'm going to present them a rack and see if they want to kill it with Boseiju. Rather than play Factory into it, you know? Okay, so they do Boseiju, which I'm actually really happy with because that allows us to get another Swamp out. So it actually works out for us really nicely. As long as they don't get like a Ren and 6. Like we need to find one of our Pithing Needles or one of our Alpine Moon? Sure. So now we just need Pithing Needle. We know what their last card in hand is. So we can top deck another land. Then I'll Smallpox them again, but we need to top deck another land in order to do so. Ain't got nothing but the sorceries. I keep wanting to look up at the old webcam. They get a Blood Crypt untapped. Yeah, you're in your draw step. Oh, that fucking thing. I guess we have Inquisition, right? Not Inquisition, Smallpox. So we could smallpox them. Problem is our opponent does have really good top decks, don't they? I am going to smallpox them. And I'm going to keep up Bantu. Hold on to Bantu's Last Reckoning. I mean, they get to cycle with Fable Mirror here, but they can't do up to 2 cards. So like that's cool, I guess, right? Shadow of Doubt that ass, right? I should bring in Shadow of Doubt. If we go to game 3, I probably will. There's definitely a big risk in doing this because of Lightning Bolt. Or just Fatal Push. Or Boseiju. Feels like you want to go first against Creativity? I don't know. He said he went first. The only deck you'd go first against is... What's its face? I would love top deck a land here. Land. It's kind of a land. Please don't have the 1 card be Reprieve or Spell Pierce. He said he takes the draw on every game. So that's what we're doing. Unless we come across Amulet Titan, we're taking the draw every game. Creativity, I don't know if you want to go first or not. I really don't. I don't think you do. They have a lot of resources. Just to let you know, my stream is dipping. The bitrate's dipping for whatever reason again. I don't know why it's been acting up. It might be because they're doing construction literally anywhere you go where I live. Anywhere you go, there's 1 lane construction happening everywhere, and it is so annoying. Okay, they just passed their turn. We got to find our win cons though. You know, 3 of their Archons are in the graveyard. But yes, that might be having something to do with it. I don't know. Our problem is we need to find a win con before they draw into a Ren and 6. I'd be happy if we can at least draw into a Pithing Needle, right? There we go. Sure. I don't think there's any way they win now. I mean, no, I don't think even Ren and 6 Gets them the win here. I think they're shut out. All right. I do kind of want to bring in Shadow of Doubt now. What do I take out, though, that's better than Shadow of Doubt? I don't think anything. Oh, this one Spell Bomb doesn't need to be here. I don't know if I like Shadow Sphere very much in this match since they have Bontus. Just bring in 2 Shadow of Doubts. Just be a funny little gotcha card. All right. This is not a bad hand if we can top deck another black source. That's what the 4 Mashira's Factories. I don't know how I feel about the 4 copies of it. More of a fan of like 2 copies of Mashira's Factory, but again, I didn't top 8, so I wish when I interviewed him, I wish I could have had his deck list in front of me so I could actually like ask about individual card choices, but I didn't. Probably wants to lead with Inquisition here. Depends on, okay, so Sacred Foundry, Alpine Moon. I don't care that much. I mean, it's annoying, but like, you know what I mean? Sure. Ooh, that was a good draw. All right, lead on Inquisition here. Preordain and Reprieve. I'm going to take Preordain from him. Because what happens is we just Thoughtseize them next turn and they Reprieve it and we just Thoughtseize them again. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to think of what's going to happen. We don't have another black source to guarantee Wrench Mine or Smallpox. We don't have another black source to guarantee a Thoughtseize next turn either. So maybe just Reprieve is the right card to take here. Small Paw pitch Crime. Easy peasy. Well, we don't have another black source. That's what the problem is here. Although, part of me kind of wish we could Pithing Needle Wooded Foothills here. That'd be hilarious. Hmm. I'm going to take Reprieve. I don't know if that's the right move, but it's what I'm going to do. If we top deck a second black source, that'd be sick. I'm just curious if they're going to crack the Preordain now or not. If I was them, I would probably do it because we're just going to take it from them. Oh, they heard me say it. Nah, I'm still going to save this Pithing Needle for Ren and 6. Although, like, if we would have turned to that information, it would have been really funny to Pithing Needle Wooded Foothills. Yeah, there's the Preordain we knew about. Another, like, a double black source here would be really good for us. I would say if we can draw another black source by turn 3. Yikes. The Saga just goes to the graveyard immediately. I think we just gotta Thoughtseize them. I mean, obviously, we probably should take Red and 6, right? Oh, this hurts me, not having another black source. Ideally, they'll play Dwarven Mine and we'll top deck a Swamp. That would be ideal. Well, there's our Swamp. Oh my god, you crackhead, why didn't you play the new Lily? What? What do you mean the new Lily? Is there a new Lily in the new set? The first new Lily? I'm not sure I know what card you mean. Oh, okay. No, I see what you're saying. I thought about it. I was afraid of like a Spell Pierce Reprieve kind of thing. All right. There's the Dwarf. So, Smallpoxen. Oh, do you just have the fucking and creativity? Wow. Well, guess what we have? Pretty solid drawing for our opponent there. Without a doubt, instant speed, Senko, draw a card. I know, right? I'm a little leery to attack with Mashura's Factory, to be honest with you. Instead, I'm just going to Pithing Needle. Just going to Pithing Needle, Ren in 6, and pass. I'm not like Boseiju, fine. I just get another land, right? But Lightning Bolt, I'm just down a land. Now we're screwed, right? Yep. I know. Maybe I should have brought in all 3 of them. We need to find our in the game spells, like a rack or a I don't know. We need cards that we just don't have. Damn. He knew it was up out of the gate. I tried. What else do you have that's I'll just do a Ren and 6 backup. Well, I guess, well. Don't play the Wooded Fidels. Yeah, they play. You might be quite a bit behind, Matt. Yeah, I think you're behind a little bit. Oh, they had the Bloodstained Mire anyway. Smallpox like 10 miles ago. Please don't be Indomitable Creativity or the other card. Finally. We're getting in the old-fashioned way. Just the factories over and over and over again. The reprieve. Nope. Sweet. What was it? Veil of Summer. Sure. Does not matter. You're too late. It also doesn't target, so Veil of Summer doesn't stop Liliana. Got him. Because it's each player. If I would have negged to her, then yeah, it would have got him. But the plus ability does not work on Liliana. Scalding Tarn. I would like to actually top deck a land here so we can activate both factories. Oh. Ask and I shall receive. I'm still going to plus the Liliana up here. Get to a situation where we alter. Alright, this game's kind of winning me back over on Smallpox. Not gonna lie. They're gonna go get their Dwarven Mire so they don't take all the damage in the world here. No? Okay. Whatever. Pretty sure this game. I don't think they can draw anything that wins them this. Yep. Got him. Playing against 8 Lack Lotus. Uh-oh. Lotus, we found your doppelganger evil counterpart. Oh, dang it. I chose to go first. Shoot. That was not the right play. I'll keep it, though. Not the right move there. Oh. Obosh. I think we're in a semi-mirror here. I've only seen Obosh in rack lists. That's interesting. Oh, that's cool. Hold on. My buddy said, "Did you see these cards they made look like old VHS tapes?" And I'm like, "What? No, what? Old VHS tapes? I got to have them." Oh boy, yikes! 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 I want to take Magus to the moon here, but yikes! So mono red prison. What are the chances they actually play Ragavan out here? 100%? Okay. Beta Peesh. I'm just gonna kill a Ragavan with Funeral Charm. Should Needle Scalding turn too? Yeah, Matt, I think you're like way far behind. I thought about it. I thought about it, Matt. Ravens crime you. They just pitch another mountain. So we know what 3 of the 4 cards in hand are. The reason why I did Funeral Charm over Fatal Push, Funeral Charm guarantees to kill Ragavan. I guess Fatal Push does too, but we could hold Fatal Push to get like if he has another Magus of the Moon or something, you know. I don't really care that much about Relic. Although they do get to draw off of it, which is kind of annoying. For obvious reasons, we're going to keep Raven's Crime in there. Land. Damn. Pithing Needle, I don't know if I care that much about this game. I guess I could just smallpox him. But that doesn't feel the best either. That's not drawing another card, like another land is kind of annoying. When we have 23, you know? There goes the Relic. Sure. Turns out there was not a delay in chat. The delay was me. I think. Did you finally get to the part where I was like, "Hey, Matt, I think you're behind." I guess I had a pause. No worries. I figured you were behind because, like, after a while, I was like, "You're talking about stuff that happened like a while ago." He put a Bagosh to his hand. Top deck land. Top deck land. Top deck land. We're just gonna go get, I don't know, a rack, I guess. Yeah, rack, I guess. Wrench mine you? Yeah, we ended up winning the creativity match. Yep. It's a long, drawn out game, but yeah, we did. So if they don't have like another relic, Spikefield, Hazard, and Mountain. So they're keeping that pesky Fury in hand. The rack's gonna do a whole lot of nutting. We need to top deck land. Like a lot of it. Dashed in Raggy Boy. Sure. This game's going sideways fast just because we spell bomb. Sure. Less smallpox, more one ring. No. No. We're not a one ring deck. Yup. We need more land, apparently. You would think with 23 land, you'd be able to find more than 2. You should be able to draw them pretty frequently. In comes in the monkey. And go away, monkey. Land. Hey, we did it. Alright, well, I'm just going to play Shrieking Affliction. And just pass, I guess. Looks like I don't know what else to do. We gotta wait for them to play Fury, before we do anything. If they have another Dash Monkey, then we're just kind of out of luck, because we don't have any instant way to kill it. Ideally, though, just top deck Fury and play it. Non-ideally, is they play a Blood Moon effect. Okay, Bone Crusher Giant. It's not that scary. I mean, it kind of is, I guess, but... Land? Land? Dismember really makes it not scary. Because I don't even have to... I don't even have to smallpox here. Maybe I should have smallpox, because then we can dismember the Magus of the Moon. Alright, is this Fury time? I'm going to assume this is Fury. Going to take an extra 2 on that Giant. Well, we're... Ooh, or this. Hold on. Sure. Well, I don't want to, I didn't want to go down on land, really. You know what I mean? We really need a top deck land, though. Like, ASAP. Preferably another just basic swamp. There we go. Because we can just get rid of this Pithing Needle. So it this way. We're going to get rid of our Urborg because of, mountain effects, Blood Moon effects. Is what we're going to do. We're getting into the range where the rack's going to start doing damage, which is good. Well, we're going to hit him with a rack damage, but we need to, we need to top deck, our discard spells now, Wrench Mines, Raven Crimes, stuff like that. Saga does stuff, too. Saga will do a lot of stuff, hopefully. What's this thing do? Gains first strike to end turn. Okay. Ooh. The Liliana. That's the question then, isn't it? Do I want to start Lilianing? No. Fury, probably. Probably better we just hold on Liliana. Just pass and make a dude. I think so, too. Well, that's what I reread Fury. I was like, can Fury target Planeswalkers? And it can. So I'm like, yeah, probably not. But there actually might be a point to play her instead of playing the dude, because if they Fury, I guess if they have the 5 lands to play Fury, like they're going to right now, that's a different story, right? What I was gonna say is you could just see it and keep her. Well, yeah, but I don't know. So where they have another Fury in hand. What I was gonna say is you can play the Liliana and then they pitch Fury to kill it, but I guess if they have the other land, you know what I mean? We get a Pithing Needle. Well, I definitely don't want a Smallpox here. Not this turn. So I'm going to float a mana here. I'm going to go grab Shadow Sphere, I think. Just go grab another rack, I guess, right? And I'm actually going to hold the Construct back to protect the Liliana in case of something like Ragavan. We're in it for the slow game, you know what I mean? We're in it for the grind, so we can do this. All right, that was enough. And they just left. Okay. John Claude Ragavan Dam is a bastard. I like that. A little bit, yeah. It's definitely an annoying card for our deck. I would say like the most annoying stuff for our deck like has been Fable the Mirror Breaker or whatever. That one's been annoying. The One Ring, obviously. Ragavan, Ren and 6, and then maybe like Seasoned Pyromancer are all pretty obnoxious cards for us to deal with. I'm not gonna lie, man. It feels good about casting Smallpox again. Smallpox has always been one of my favorite cards, but I felt like when I was testing before the tournament, it just felt underwhelming. But man, it's felt good the past couple games. Now this does not feel good. Gigantha. Is that the... I don't know. That one's the elemental one, right? I'm going to keep this. And probably just bottom... Yeah, I think it's Tron or the elementals. But I think I'm going to bottom probably the Shrieking Affliction. I guess I'll bottom Rack because we can get a Saga and fetch Rack, right? But Rack hits easier than Shrieking Affliction does. Yeah, I'm going to bottom Shrieking Affliction. Matt agrees. Okay, cool. Did I hit to go on the play again? I think I did. Damn. All right, I'm doing really bad because I'm just like auto braining. You know what I mean? I'm in like auto brain mode where I'm like, okay. Oh boy. That's what this is. This is scary, Terry. Yikes. I'm going to take Ragavan. Take a 2-drop. No, I'm going to take Ragavan. Ragavan makes them, so they play Ragavan and then pox them. I mean, yeah, but I also don't want to pox right now. Oh, come on, that was a bad draw. All right, I'll just pass. The pox or to not pox, always pox. I don't think you always pox. I guess we could have to take him off the triome, but I want a pox for value. This is pretty good value, but not as good. I think Territorial Kavu is more of an issue than this card is. Revenge Crime's not bad. But now I'm going to Smallpox. Smallpox, pitch Raven's Crime. Actually, I might just pitch... I'm going to pitch Shadow Sphere. If we don't draw a land, we can at least hard cast Raven's Crime, right? I'm going to get rid of the Silent Clearing. I would really love to top deck, I don't know, anything, I guess. I think we're in a bad spot. I think I've played this game really poorly. I also think we've had crap hand, so. Because here comes Territorial Kavu. Now I don't know anything that's in their hand. But now we have to deal with both of these cards, and we're just not going to be able to. I mean, there's that, I guess. Hit him with the Raven's Crime and then rack him. Oh, they had a monkey. Because, like, even if we top deck a land to play this Liliana, it just dies to the other creature. So, Fatal Push, it's probably a good draw for us. Yikes. Fatal Push or land at this point is probably a good draw for us. Yep, they're going to eat our Raven's Crime. Understandable. Alright. That's a card that will start doing things. But we are in a bit of a pickle where they can have just burn spells. You know what I mean? Obviously, they're going to get rid of the elemental token. The Territorial Kavu is super powerful. And we just can't race it. I know they have burn spells. Alright, that's game. Okay. Bleh. Yelp. Fatal Push comes in. Bantu's Last Reckoning can come in. And Shadow the Doubt. Spellbomb can come out. I don't mind Shadow Sphere here. Honestly. I don't think we need Pithing Needle though. They're mostly on creature stuff. If it's like most Kavu Zoo decks I've seen, they're mostly just on a creature path. Which I don't know if I like Ashok. I think I'd rather just have the Shadow of Doubt in here as a gotcha, because they're going to have a ton of fetch spells. Yeah. Me. Got to trim one more thing out. And I think I'm just going to take. Probably lose a Charm too. No, because Charm kills the monkey too easily. What I'm probably going to do is actually maybe cut a Thoughtseize, since they have so many burn spells. Need Dismember for Scion. I know we do. I'm not cutting Dismember. I'm going to take Thoughtseize out just because of like Tribal Flames and shit. Which I know we're leaving in Dismember. We could just hardcast Dismember, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to assume they have Scion. I'm not 100% sure they do, but I'm going to assume they do. I love this deck, especially if it plays General Furious Rourke. Oh, god damn it, I hit play on the be on the play again. I'm mad at myself. I want to keep this, hope we top deck another land. I'm supposed to be on the draw. I'm used to being on the play because every other deck I play is on the play, but then also on top of that, oh my god. I'm also used to playing Scam Rack because that's the rack version I've been playing for a long time, and I think you want to be on the play most of the time with that. This is a crap deal for us. I got to take Flutterstorm, obviously. I don't think I like bringing in Spellbomb against us. We literally only have Raven's Crime. I don't think that was worth bringing in for our opponent. Yeah, Windswept Heath, Wild Natili. Let's top deck another land. And what? Oh, they probably think we're scamming. That actually makes sense a little bit now. Well, we're going to get screwed on land here. That's what's going to happen here. Yep, in comes in Natili. I think I would have just played Tarmogoyf this turn. I guess I have Lightning Bolt, right? We get another Dismember. Yikes. This is not looking good for us, my friends. There's the Goyf. Sure. Get hit for 3. Wrench mine you? I mean, it doesn't matter. This game's about over. We got screwed on variance this game. I think game 1 I played poorly, but this game 2 has just been complete variance crap draw. When we sideboarded in Bantu's Last Reckoning, but we still need land for it. Yeah, and Voice of Resurgence is not great for us. All right. Well, not a lot you can do if you don't have mana, right? Let's play one more. Actually be on the draw. But yeah, not a lot you can do when you don't have any mana, so. Yeah. This is a keep. Okay. They're Living End. Imagine they just take Inquisition here, right? This is going to be a really rough matchup, considering we don't have Voidmere. Voidmere is the better card to have here. They take Smallpox? What? Oh, I guess because we can keep them off a land. Makes sense, I guess, right? Inquisition you. because we don't have anything else really to do this turn. What? Math is up. My rack lists always have my 8 rack lists always have Ensnaring Bridge on main or side. Yeah, I've played Ensnaring Bridge before in the deck. Well, we'll take Charlotte's Agent. A lot of lands. What does Ottawa do again? Turn target artifact enchantment planeswalkers in his hand. Costs 4 though. Pithy Needle, Misty Rainforest. If it comes up. Yeah, I could, couldn't I? I'm just gonna wrench mine them. I shouldn't have closed this out. I'm a bit too late to the stream, but what are your thoughts on Trey's list? I like it a lot. I have some things I would do a little differently, but for the most part, I like it a lot. Well, there's that Misty Rainforest. Well, let's see if they want to see what happens here. Nope. You done goofed. Yeah. I was like, that wasn't... You really should have cracked that in response. Now we just gotta make sure we never play Urborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth. We can also fetch up Urza Saga here. With damn. With Urza Saga. I was like, we could just top deck it. That'd be nice. Is this an activated ability by any chance? Channel? Hold on. Is channel an activated ability? Channel is an activated ability. Oh shit. They're play, but they play Boseiju, right? I'm gonna hit Boseiju with the other needle. 100%. How the fuck do you spell Boseiju? All right, good to know. It's pretty much just a race. It's pretty much just a race to find Nile Spellbomb. That's pretty much all this is right now. We get a Thoughtseize. I'm gonna keep plussing Liliana. Because we could get to alter. You know what I mean? That's another way we could potentially screw things up for them. I do like Trey's list a lot, though. Smallpox has been a lot better than when I was testing it, so it's nice to play Smallpox again. Oh, okay. I was like, is this where they just start hard casting shit? Sure. We're at that arc of the story now. It's probably because I think he knows the spell bomb's coming. Alright, 1, 2. Make another one. And spell bomb. Draw card. Raven's Crime is sweet. -2U. Attack you for 4. I did this backwards. I should have -2 Lily before I acted Spellbomb, but I wasn't thinking through very properly, so my bad. It's not the best line of play I've ever had, but we're trying here. They drew a living in there. Nice. This game is definitely not over. But it all depends on what their draws are. They've gone through a lot of their deck not to hit anything, though, which is really surprising. Dismember is an excellent draw for us. Sure. This is a really bad living in for them. I guess I should have Raven's Crime first. Not playing super smart, I will say that. Oh, what happened to our tokens? What the fuck? Oh, I didn't realize living in ate all of our shit. Yikes. Yeah, I didn't realize living in eats all the stuff on the board. Well, that's not good. You know what? I want to do this. I don't want them to do the scry power here. For a turn cycle, yeah. I did that all backwards. I should have Raven Crimed. I was thinking I'll pitch Raven's Crime, keep up Dismember. But hindsight is 50-40. I guess it's only 3-3. I'm gonna let him. Bye, Lily. Unless they can kill this token, they're dead. Alright, cool. Got there. Sketch, but got there. Leyline comes in. Obviously. Bring in the extra spell bomb. I'm gonna go down. We're gonna go down Shadow Sphere. The Fatal Pushes and the Funeral Charms. Probably the Edicts. No need push or charmed, yeah. No, excuse me, not at all. We could Bantu's Last Reckoning them, but I'm not like crazy on that card either. I tell you the things you know. Yeah. No worries. I'll take all the advice. It'd be funny if Shadow Doubt would stop cycling, but it doesn't really. It stopped like the mountain and swamp cycling, but that's pretty much it. We could bring in Pithing Needle. I haven't seen Bonsu's Last Reckoning in a while. Me neither. I used to play it all the time in the sideboard, but I switched for Path of Peril. And Trey says that he likes Bontu's better than Path, but probably a potato thing. Bontu's is a good call. I think so too. I mean, we have the room for it. I don't think I like anything else that much. Probably play SOD in place of Wrench Mine. Never mind. What do you mean what's SOD? Shadow of Doubt. Oh, you have ley lines is fine, but they're gonna break it. Yeah, that's why we have the spell bomb backups and everything. Shadow of Doubt just stops like the mountain cyclers and stuff, which I'm not like that pressed about, I guess. This hand is a hand. I think we can do better. I do like this hand more. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna bottom probably Dismember. An occasion where I don't mind Raven's Crime as much. Last time I sleeved it was Tezzerator that ran Mox Opal. So much for Smallpox. They pitched a Living In for it. I mean, you know, there's just not a lot we can do in that situation. I didn't realize they mulliganed so low. That's interesting. Just gonna Raven's Crime you. Next turn, probably just Mishura's Factory and Inquisition you. No, I think I'm gonna rack you and Raven's Crime you in case that last card's a land. I'm gonna pitch Urborg. I'm not gonna give you a chance to tap for any other extra colors in case we decide to Pithing Needle you again. I mean, yeah, giving them grief in the graveyard is definitely scary. It's a scary prospect for sure. Saga? Cool. If you Urborg, they can suspend Living End, which they normally can't do. No, they can't. Living End's you can't suspend Living End off a land at all. Right? It doesn't have a suspend cost, right? Am I wrong here? Oh, it's suspend 4. Isn't there a suspend card where you can't actually suspend it? Yeah, I'm wrong. I admit I'm wrong. But isn't there a suspend card where you actually can't suspend it? Right? That exists. This is gonna sound weird, but I'm not making. Fuck! Well, guess I'm doing this then. Force of Vigor. That was supposed to cycle. That was supposed to cycle with Raven's Crime. I clicked it wrong. Chat 1, mix 0, exactly. Hit him for 2. Hit him for 2, I can make a boy. Let's make a boy. Damn, that sucks. Well, you know what the last card in hand is. And I'm pretty sure they're actually probably dead to it because they can't evoke it. I get really mad at myself on misclicks. It's like, come on. This would never happen in paper. You know? Oh, boy. Just clean that up just to be case. It would never happen on a client that was 19 years old. I don't need to draw a card. I just need to clean out their library. Because I'm going to play this other rack anyway. Wow. Cleaned up living in pretty nicely. All right. Let's talk about the list. That was like easy mode against living end. That's like a really bad matchup too. I like the list a lot. I like it better than the scam rack that I was playing. Till living in is a buy against rack. Well, when they mulligan to like nothing and they pitch all in on a grief, yeah, it's not great. Did I make it to the end again? You did, Torvis. What's up though, buddy? So let's talk about, I know I'm ending the stream a little bit early today, but I got editing to do on the Pioneer video that I've been working on for like the past week and a half, which is the video where I ran the Challenger deck through a Pioneer tournament. It's turning out great. I'm very happy with how the video is turning out. It's just a lot of work. So anyway, let's talk about the list. This is the list that Trey, Natili. I think I'm saying it right. Topped 8 with at the Apex tournament I went to, and I gotta say it's good. I like it. You racked a deck that actually wanted to discard with your discard deck. Yep. Well, if you can stop living in from cycling, it's pretty good, right? Game 1 was really messy too, so. But anyway, let's talk about this. I think he's right in the artifact package with Saga. I think one Spellbomb is good. I've been one Spellbomb for a while. He's 2 Pithing Needles, which feels like a lot. But, I mean, in this meta, probably necessary. 1 Shadow Sphere, which I kind of regretted going to the tournament and cutting from my deck. I know I never really tested online with it, but I did test in paper Shadow Spear, and I liked it a lot. So I am like, yeah, this is good. 3 racks, I think, is actually pretty like on the money. Same thing with Shrieking Affliction. The only thing worth noting is in this version we don't have Grief or Voidwalker or Bowmasters to kind of like crunch in damage, right? I do not like 8 non-black lands. Yeah, I would definitely like, we'll talk about the mana base in a second. So you're really still just relying on your racks or the Urza Saga tokens to get there, which you can. I think I would still bring in Orcish Bowmasters. What would we cut? I'm not 1,000% sure what we'd cut. Probably the Ashok. I'd probably cut Ashok. And then we have 3 cards to cut, and I don't know what I would cut. To be honest with you, yeah, I'm just like looking at the list. I'm like, I don't know. He's kind of resold me on Smallpox. Smallpox was a card when I was testing it, just felt underwhelming. And yeah, this feels pretty good. This list looks more focused. I think my scam rack lists look pretty focused. I shouldn't say the last iteration of scam rack that I played is my list. It was I can't remember the person's name with the Augur Skulls, which is good, but also pretty janky. What's up, Jason? Wrenchmine, I think is 2 of is good. Dismember is still really good. Dismember could probably be a 1 of though. So you could probably go down Ashok and a Dismember for 2 Orcish Bowmasters, and then it's debatable if you want to find spots for the other 2. I think Orcish Bowmasters is really, really good, but also it's a little bit of a nombo with Smallpox, so maybe you just put Bowmasters in as a 2 of instead of a 4 of. we could try that. I still kind of like the 2 Pithing Needles main. Everything else is good. Sherald's Edict is good. 3 Thoughtseize is good. 4 Inquisitions. Part of me is like, I think I'd rather have a 4th Thoughtseize over Inquisition, but I think that's fine. The 1 Shrieking Affliction is probably fine as well. 4 Raven's Crime. I'm happy to have 4 Raven's Crime again. I would just play Orcish Bowmasters over the Smallpox. Yeah, I mean, if you're looking at that, yeah, probably. You know what I mean? It's just Bowmasters is such a good card. I think Ratchet Bomb is a must for Footfall matchup. Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, we'll get to the sideboard here in a second. Obviously, I'm talking out my ass because he's the one who went 6-0. I went 4-4, right? He went 6-0-2. I went 4-4. So obviously, I'm talking out of my ass. But in terms of like what I would be doing with 8-rack, if I'm going to play a pretty traditional list, especially if I'm going to play a list that I'm rocking Smallpox in, I mean, this is a pretty good. I mean, I've played lists almost identical to this, right? In the past, but if we're gonna bring in Bowmasters, yeah, we'll see how that works with Smallpox. Bowmasters is just super strong, and I know Trey said he had ordered Bowmasters and is pretty excited about testing it out. So I would love to talk to him and see like where he's at with it. In terms of Smallpox, though, it did kind of win me back over. Smallpox has always been in my top 5 to 10 favorite cards ever printed. I've always loved Smallpox. It's one of the cards that drew me to this deck in the first place. But when I first started testing 8-rack again for the tournament, I just felt Smallpox just didn't really do it for me. But I can, after today, yeah, Smallpox is still pretty solid. You know, you just got to trust that you're going to draw your lands. We didn't take the draw every game like we were supposed to because of stupid auto brain running on autopilot, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. 4 Lilies still seems pretty decent. But yeah, anyway, the mana base, I think I would trim out probably 2 factories and go just 2 swamps. That's what I think I would do personally. I like factory. I think factory is a good card, but having the 8 non-black sources, which, I mean, you have Urborg, right? But also, there was moments where it's like, I need double black here, and I don't have it. So, maybe go down to 3 factories. I don't know. I just don't think, personally, I'm a big fan of 4 of them. And I've ran 4 in the deck before. I've ran 3 in the deck. I've ran 2 in the deck. I did the same thing with Mutavault back in the day. I was always somewhere between 2 and 4, trying to figure out what I liked and what I didn't like for that spot. A lot easier to run 4 when you had Saga. I mean, when you didn't have Saga, but now you have Saga, it's like, I don't know if I want 8 of these type of lands. I think Factory Tech is just dated since you can make Constructs. I don't think it's dated. I think it's perfectly fine. They pump the Constructs on their own. They work on their own. I mean, we had one game where Factory was really taking us the long way down. You know what I mean? I think Factory is fine. I think you just need to be maybe not a 4 of. I like a 2 or 3. But I don't know. Castle Lothwain. I don't like Castle Lothwain with Saga. My reasoning is because 1, it takes a lot of mana to activate. But for 2 is we have Silent Clearing, which is just a better, more efficient version, pretty much, of Castle Lothwain. And I've had Castle Lothwain before Saga came out, and I liked it. But then Saga came out, and then I was like, I don't like this that much, because you're losing a land off of Saga, you're losing a land off of Smallpox. When am I activating this, you know? So for me personally, Castle Lothwain has been left on the cutting room floor for quite a while. There's other decks for sure you can play Castle Lothwain, but for right now, I'm not a fan of it in here. Agree, take 1 factory out for a swamp. I think so. I think take 1 out. Sideboard-wise, this is a mashup of a bunch of sideboard stuff I've played in the past besides Shadow of Doubt. Shadow of Doubt's not a card I've really ever played in the deck. I could see why it's in here, but this was also the card that that Trey was like, I don't know if I want this, you know what I mean? And I don't think I want this either. You know, this could be in the sideboard, extra Fatal Pushes, extra Bantus, extra Torok. I don't know. I think my sideboard for 8 rack is where I want to be with the sideboard for 8 rack. So that is 2 brutalities, 2 path of perils, which could be Bontu's Last Reckoning, 4 ley lines, 2 dampening spheres, 2 ratchet bombs, 2 void mirrors. So really, you know, you have your extra pithing needle too. I mean, that's where I would want to be with the deck. You know what I mean? And sideboard wise, that's still where I want to be with the deck. Sideboard wise, I don't know if I want another spell bomb. You could easily bring in another spell bomb though, but I don't think it's that necessary with Leyline and the other spell bomb main deck. But that's just me. So that's what I would do sideboard wise. So yeah, I run 4 Sagas, 2 Field of Ruin, 2 Factory, 4 Orborg, 2 Cleansing, 2 Dackmore Salvage, 8 Swamps. Wow. No Feed the Swarm? No Feed the Swarm in the deck. Could be. Could try to find a spot for it. I think these cards... So, like, look at what these cards all individually do. I think all do better than what, like, Feed the Swarm does, personally. They're more efficient. That's me, personally. But yeah, so... thanks for hanging out, Trey. If you somehow stumble across this, love the list. Very old school 8 rack, very fun to kind of revisit. More of an old schoolish 8 rack build, more traditional list anyway, with you know, the smallpox and everything. It was a lot of fun. I had a great time. This is my favorite deck I think ever made in Magic, and I mean, I think you could see why. It just does the things I like to do. I think this deck is actually pretty powerful. I think you can just nab a lot of games. It's very meta dependent, and I think we're in a meta where this deck interacts fairly nicely. But it also has some bad spots, obviously. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I like 8 rack a lot. I think you can nab some wins. It feels like a deck that the 6-0 is like amazing, but I feel like you're more of a, like, if you're going to do like an 8-round tournament, like a 5-3, 4-4-ish way with us. I mean, Trey's obviously probably a pretty good player and had a good run with it. Played against Hammer Time 4 times, which he said felt like a pretty good matchup. He thought was bad, but felt like it was pretty good, so that's cool. 8 rack is an amazing deck. Second favorite deck, Rock for Life. Right on. I mean, yeah, it's one of my favorite decks of all time. I love the deck. Always have, and yeah. So anyway, guys, I'm going to bounce for today. Have you considered Surgical Distraction on the side? I've played Surgical in the past. I like Surgical. I don't care much for it in this current meta. It's very meta dependent, I feel like, and I don't care that much for it in this meta. But that's my personal opinion. It was a lot better when you had decks like you can nab like what was that card? I'm losing my train of thought here. Yeah, I think it's meta dependent is what I'm getting at. Good against Dredge, tell you that. But yeah, I'm going to bounce for today. Hope you all enjoyed it. If you have, you can support the channel by becoming a member. 99 cents a month or $1 a month to get you access to the community Discord server, along with badge next to your name at the beginning, end of stream, and all the custom emotes like Torvis just played. He played the emote out. If you want to support the channel for free, best way to do so is like, subscribe, share, comment, share it around on whatever groups and stuff you're in. All that goes a long way in helping me out a lot as well. And I will see y'all next time. Tomorrow, I was going to do Pioneer tomorrow. As a matter of fact, I never saw Raging Bull pop in other than right at the beginning. Tomorrow I was going to do Pioneer, but I might not be. I'm going to do, I'm going to look over Wilds of Eldraine, or however you say it, the Pauper content for it. And then after we go the Pauper review, I do want to look at some of the other cards that's in the set. So I'm probably going to do that tomorrow. And if we have time, we'll do some Pioneer or Pauper afterwards. So I'm not entirely sure if we'll get to like game streams, you know what I mean? But I do want to go over the new set before this weekend. So that's what I'm going to plan on do tomorrow. So yeah, can we brew 8 rack from scratch? You can try. I don't think so though. I think it's been whittled down pretty finely. But you can try. I just, yeah, I think it's pretty pretty wound tight. So there's flex spots for sure, but I think for the most part, I think we found where this list is probably best suited. But anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out. I'll catch y'all next time. Take it easy, everybody. Bye. I guess I could look at the camera when I said bye. Bye.